right, you know what time it is. Live from the Bare Muscle Garage, it's time for Fit Crew. What do we got in store for you today? Let's go ahead and share this on screen. Today, we've got a simple but sneaky couplet for you here. We've got 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, burpee box jump overs, and hang clean and jerks. We may be looking at this thinking, man, is that it? Trust me, this is all you're going to need if you hit it hard enough. And in case any of these moves intimidate you, don't worry, guys. As always, we're going to warm up really well. And we're going to go through all the options that will allow you to do this workout or your version of it right where you are, using what you have and doing what you can. But let's go ahead and start this general warm-up, which is going to activate the muscles that we're going to be using in today's workout. So the first move that we are doing is reverse plank ups. And let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 2 reverse plank ups for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the reverse plank up is going to be reverse chest flies like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 reverse plank ups. Now, this could be a bit hard on the wrist, in which case we can do the glute bridge instead. And let's have twin one demonstrate here. We're going to lay on our back, pull the feet in close to those hips, squeeze the glutes, get the hips nice and high. We want to think fast up, hold the top, slow on the way back down. But if we're doing the reverse plank up as prescribed, then we are sitting up, hands to the side, legs out in front of us straight, squeezing those glutes, fast up, hold the top, and slow on the way back down. So good job here on these reverse plank ups. Next, we've got some walk the floors. Let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 1 walk the floor for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the walk the floor is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in here and let's do 5 walk the floors together. Now, this could be a challenging movement for some, in which case we have some options for you. We can do the walk the floor down to the plank. Let's have twin one demonstrate here. We're going to reach down, touch those toes, walk out to a plank, then walk it back, and then stand and reach back at the top. Or we could do this off of an inclined surface, such as a counter or a sofa. And we're going to have our feet up against the inclined surface and then get our hands down, take a couple steps back, then a couple steps forward, and then clap overhead. But if we're doing this as prescribed, we are reaching down, touching those toes, walking it out to that plank, getting the chest and thighs on the ground, leading with the hips on the way back, so no snaking or worming, and then touching those toes, reaching back at the top. So good job on these walk the floors. Next, we're going to grab a broomstick or a mop or a PVC pipe, something super light here. We always go light before we go heavy, if at all. And we're going to hit some deadlifts. First, twin one is going to show us how we're holding this thing. We've got a hook grip on there. So fingers wrapped around the thumb. And let's look on as twin one demonstrates 2 deadlifts for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, same hook grip, and that deadlift is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 deadlifts together. So on this deadlift, those feet are going to be close together underneath the hips. At the start of the deadlift, we're going to have those hips super low, chest is up, shoulders back. We're looking straight ahead. And then we're going to take a deep breath in and drive the ground away until we get to a fully standing locked out position with those shoulders back at the top. And then we are going to brace that core as we bring that back down to the ground, keeping it close to the body, both on the way up and on the way back down. So good job on these deadlifts. Next, we've got some clean pulls. So let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 2 clean pulls for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the clean pull is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in here and let's do 10 clean pulls together. So that clean pull is going to start the very same way as that deadlift. Feet close together underneath the hips, hips low, chest up, shoulders back. Only difference is as soon as that broomstick reaches the knee, we are going to pop with the power of the hips. Notice we are not shrugging with the arms or bending that elbow whatsoever. We are getting some speed past the knees, harnessing the power of the hips, practicing that hip extension to get it popping. So good job here on a clean pull. Next, we've got some hang power cleans. And one thing to think about on the hang power clean is when we first take it from the ground, we want to establish the hang position. Let's have twin one go ahead and drop that bar on the ground. And we're going to first stand up, come to full extension. And then we can bring it back down to the knee and let's see 2 practice reps of the hang power clean. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the hang power clean is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 hang power cleans together. So the hang in the hang power cleans that each rep initiates from above the ground in a hanging position. But like we mentioned, when we first take the bar off the ground, we want to fully stand up and establish that lockout deadlift position before we then lower it to the knees, and then we can cycle out those reps. And we are popping from the knees to the shoulders, hitting a jump, flipping those elbows, getting those elbows nice and high, standing up at the top of every rep. Now, if this is a lot of jumping and landing for us, then we don't need to jump and land. We can do the muscle clean instead. Let's have twin one demonstrate 2 reps. So we're still going to start from the knee, pop those hips, flip those elbows, same starting position, same finishing position, just no jump and land. So good job here on the hang power clean. Next, we've got some strict press. Let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 2 reps of the strict press for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the strict press is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 reps of the strict press together. So on the strict press, we are holding that bar in the rack position. We've got the hands fully around the broomstick, elbows pointed forward and up. We're going to take a deep breath in and then push that broomstick back as we press the head through, getting those arms locked into the ears at the top of the motion. And so good job here on the strict press. Next, we've got the push press. Let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 2 reps of the push press for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the push press is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 reps of the push press together. So on this push press, we're going to start from the same starting position as the strict press. We've got those feet close together underneath the hips. But then we're going to initiate with a little bit of a dip. We're bending both the hips and the knees, and then we are driving hard, coming to a standing position before pushing those arms back. And we want to follow the core to extremity principles, meaning we're going to hit that sit, we're going to hit that stand, then we're going to press with those arms. It's very common to press early with the arms, but we don't want to do that. We definitely want to press with those legs. And we're generating so much power, we're shaking the house. So good job here on the push press. And finally, here in the activation phase, we've got some push jerks. Let's go ahead and have twin one demonstrate 2 reps of the push jerk for us. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then that push jerk is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 reps of the push jerk together. So, like the push press, we are getting those hips and legs involved. The only difference is we're hitting a jump in the air and we are punching under it, landing into a second dip before standing. So we hit that first dip at the start, we jump and punch into a sit and then stand to finish. And this helps us to get under even more weight if we decide to use a heavier weight there. But of course, as mentioned, if this is a lot of jumping and landing for us, then we can just do the push press instead. Let's have twin one remind us what that push press looks like. Just one dip and then drive. And that's a lot less impact on the hips and the knees. So good job on the push jerk or push press, whichever version we choose to do. Well, that is it for the activation phase. Now we're going to move on to the movement prep, which is where we're going to practice specifically the 2 moves that we are doing in today's workout. The first move is going to be burpee box jump overs. So as the name implies, we want a nice sturdy surface that we feel comfortable stepping up onto or potentially jumping up onto. It could be a plyo box if we have one. If not, it could be a sturdy table or a chair secured against a wall, perhaps with even some other weights to prevent it from shifting. Lots of different options here. Let's figure out what is the best one for us. But let's have twin one demonstrate 2 reps, and she's going to do 2 burpee box jumps without the extension at the top. And if we are doing this from the seated position, I'd like us to grab a light weight if we have one. And then the burpee box jump over is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 6 reps of this burpee box jump over. Now we have a lot of different options here just based on our circumstances. It could be that we just don't jump, which is completely fine. In which case we can step if we would like. And let's have twin one show us what a couple step ups look like. So we're just going to step up to that box. without the burpee. Yeah. So if we are just stepping up, that is option number one. If we feel like, hey, this step up is just going to take me a good amount of time with that by itself, then yes, we can do just step ups for today. If we want to include some portion of a burpee, we can do that too. Maybe we're just not getting all the way down to the ground. We can do the incline burpee right in front of that same object that we're going to step up to, get those feet back, step forward, and then we step up onto the object. If we feel that, hey, that's another good option for us. Or it could be, you know what? I feel like I can get at least closer to the ground. I can do a burpee down to a plank. And so we get our hands on the ground, jump or step the feet back, then we step forward, and then we can jump or step onto that object. But if we're doing the full move as prescribed, we are getting all the way to the ground, chest and thighs. And then I definitely recommend stepping out of it, stepping close to the object that you're going to jump to if you choose to jump. And if you have the space to step down on the other side of the object, then that is ideal. But if we don't and have the space to step down on the other side, in the case of twin one today, then don't worry about getting to full extension at the top of the jump there. We can just jump and then step down before the next rep. So good job here on these burpee box jump overs or whatever variation we are choosing, whether it's just the steps, maybe an incline burpee with a step, maybe a burpee to the plank with the step. We have lots of options here. The second move that we are doing in today's workout is the hang, clean, and jerk. So let's grab that broomstick and let's look on as twin one. And let's go ahead and see from the ground here what we're going to do when we first establish the hang position. We're going to stand that out, then lower it down to the knee. And let's see 2 reps here of the hang, clean, and jerk. And if we are doing this from the seated position, then the hang, clean, and jerk is going to look like this. So let's everyone join in and let's do 10 reps of the hang, clean, and jerk with this broomstick. So as we mentioned before, when we first take the bar off the ground, we have to establish that hang position by locking out that deadlift. We can then re-lower it back down to the knee and then start to cycle out those reps. Popping that up to the shoulders and then boom, punching overhead. And notice the movement efficiency. Twin one is going straight from the catch of the clean into the jump and punch of the jerk. If we're just starting out doing this movement and we want to separate it into 2 separate movements, that's fine. Let's have twin one demonstrate here. We hit that hang power clean, stand that out, and then we re-dip, boom, to hit that push jerk. For a lot of us, that's just how our brain is going to process this movement, and that's okay for today. But with time, we want to learn our movement efficiency. And let's have twin one show us a couple more reps going straight from the catch of the clean into that jump and punch of the jerk. And then, of course, if we're not jumping and landing, we can do a muscle clean and jerk. So that's without the jump and the land. We go boom up to the shoulders and then boom overhead with as much of a dip as we feel we need. So good job here on the hang, clean, and jerk, whichever version looks better for us. Well, now it's ramp up time. If you've been earning badges and you'd like to add some weight to do either the scaled, intermediate, or RX weight for today's workout, then let's start to gradually add some weight, doing about 3 to 5 practice reps of that hang, clean, and jerk, adding a little bit of weight each time until we get to the weight that we want to use for the workout today. We have plenty of time to ramp up gradually to a good working weight. But if we have not been earning badges, or we're just getting back into this after a long time off, then please, let's not add any weight. That broomstick is going to be more than enough for us today. Seriously. It's very important that we have the right form and consistency with all our habits before we've earned the right to add or reintroduce intensity, such as by adding weight or going fast. And whether we're adding weight or not, let's pay close attention to the following checklist. Number one, please make sure your device is fully charged or plugged in so we can get through this whole workout without losing you. Number two, let's grab some water. Let's take a sip. And let's make sure we got our water nearby so we can take a sip as needed all throughout the workout. Number three, I'm going to give everyone a 3, 2, 1, go countdown. And that's how you can synchronize your timer with mine if you choose to use one. Number four, music. Super important. We definitely want at least 3 to 5 jams today that are going to keep us pumped up and motivated throughout all these burpees and box jumps. And of course, maybe even going unbroken on the bar for some of these sets. So, what's on your playlist? You can blast your music as loud as you want, as long as you can still hear me helping you throughout the workout. And lastly, how are we keeping track of these rounds? This is a 5-round workout. The reps are starting high, then they're going low. We're going to be up and down all over the place. It's going to be easy to lose track of where we are and what's coming up next, even though it's only 2 moves. So experience has shown the best way to keep track is having the workout written down close by. So if you're a teacher's pet, let's see that whiteboard on screen. And let's take this teacher's pet picture. So here we go, guys. Teacher's pet picture in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I'm going to bring the workout back on screen one more time, and then we'll get going. So in just about a minute, we're going to start this timer, and we're about to do this 5-round descending ladder workout. That's 15, 12, 9, 6, 3 of burpee box jump overs and hang clean and jerks. Meaning specifically, we're going to do 15 burpee box jump overs, 15 hang clean and jerks, followed by 12 burpee box jump overs, 12 hang clean and jerks, 9 burpee box jump overs, 9 hang clean and jerks, then 6 of each, then 3 of each. Now, these burpee box jump overs can potentially take us a good amount of time. We went through a lot of different options here. Please, 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 let's pick the right one for us. If we choose just to do some steps today, that's perfectly fine. And we don't even need to include any portion of the burpee if that's going to take us a long time. If we feel we can include some portion of an incline burpee into a step, or even a plank burpee into a step, we can choose to do that as well if we feel that we can hit the target window that we're looking for. But let's feel free if we need to reassess and change the style of movement throughout the workout to do so as well, to keep pace with the class and everyone moving at the same time. On the hang clean and jerks, we're looking for a weight that we can hit at least the round of 6, potentially the round of 9, without putting that bar down. Maybe we're going to break up the rounds of 15 and 12 strategically. So what's a weight that I can hit at least 6 to 9 in a row without putting that bar down? That's the weight that we're looking to hit the target window for today. So your score is going to be the time it takes you to get through these 5 rounds of descending reps of burpee box jump overs and hang clean and jerks. So if you are good to go, give me a thumbs up over here and we'll get this started. I'm going to give us a 10-second countdown. And then I'm going to highlight twin one to get us going. So here we go, guys. 15 burpee box jump overs. 15 hang clean and jerks. Then 12 of each, then 9 of each, then 6 of each, then 3 of each. Starting in 10 seconds. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. And we are off on these burpee box jump overs. And notice, if according to our setup, we're not stepping down on the other side, then for today, let's just consider it burpee box jumps. And let's not worry about getting to that full extension to mimic the pacing that would be a burpee box jump over. And we've got Mighty Mouse doing this whole workout from the standing position today. Love to see the progress, the dedication, the consistency that has gotten her to this point. But we are breathing, we are focusing, we are respecting every single rep here. Stepping up close to the object. If we are choosing to jump, let's make sure we take a deep breath, we focus every single time. And we want to jump hard, but land soft. We want to land into about a quarter squat there to absorb the shock. Keeping the knees happy. And we are making our way, getting through these 15 burpee box jump overs. Hopefully getting through this whole set in, for sure, under 2 minutes, maybe even about 90 seconds or so. Right on cue, we've got Mighty Mouse reaching for that bar, about to hit these hang clean and jerks. So from below the knee, boom, and then overhead. There she goes. Cycling out these reps here. Twin one, just a couple more reps to go. Getting down, getting up, getting on it. Stepping up 2, and then jumping, boom. And right at the 2-minute mark, boom, there goes twin one. Getting to that bar. And we want to hit a nice big chunk out the gate here, at least 7, maybe even 9. But we're going to stand that out. Boom, and then we can get down to cycle these hang clean and jerks. Popping up to the shoulder, and let's get under it more with that jerk. Preserve a little bit more energy. So we're getting to that rack position, punch under it, stand to finish, much better. And we got Mighty Mouse already on to round 12 here. So hitting these burpees. And we're at the point where, we're not just impressed with Mighty Mouse, but we are pushing more standards. I want to see you get those feet even further back on those burpees there, Mighty Mouse. So from here on out, we're getting those hands down. We're stepping way back. There we go. Yes. And then getting back in, clapping overhead. We are not playing around anymore. Twin one taking a strategic break. Then gonna get that bar up and finish out this set. Jump it up, jump and punch under it. Cycling out these hang clean and jerks. Mighty Mouse deep into this round of 12 here. Getting further and further back on these burpees, getting those feet way back, then getting them forward, clapping overhead. And there goes twin one. Done with the round of 15, moving straight to this round of 12. And these descending ladder workouts, they are designed to help us, to encourage us to push for intensity. So different than, 5 rounds of the same amount of reps, which is more a pacing exercise. The descending rep scheme is a racing exercise. It's like, hey, I just did 15. I can hit 12. When we finish the 12, it's like, you know what? I can hit 9. And truly, the first 2 rounds in a descending ladder usually feel similar in effort and time. We'll really start to see a big difference in the 3rd round of a descending ladder. But let's do this here. Mighty Mouse on these hang, clean, and jerks in the round of 12. Who else is thinking this bar is looking too light for Mighty Mouse? Maybe we finish out this set with that, but then for the rounds of 9, 6, and 3, I think I want to see a little bit more weight on that bar. Platoon 1 moving along. Working through these 12 reps of the burpee box jumps. And there goes Mighty Mouse. Done with the round of 12. Going to be moving on to the round of 9 after, of course, adding an appropriate amount of weight. There goes Twin 1. Getting that bar up, getting ready to cycle out this round of 12. And here we go. There we go. Hitting that jump, punching under it, standing to finish, moving a lot more efficiently this round. And that's the trick. When we hit a certain level of fatigue, that's when our body forces us to use the cues and technique that we've talked about. The idea is from the start to remind ourselves we don't have to muscle through, but Twin 1 moving much more efficiently, hitting these cleans, punching under it, standing to finish. Mighty Mouse on this round of 9 here, getting those legs all the way back on these incline burpees, getting it in, standing it out. Twin 1 taking a strategic break, about to finish off this round of 12 and join in on the round of 9. Pop, pop and punch. Pop, pop and punch. That's the name of the game here. So we are breathing, we are pushing through this. And there we go. Twin 1 about to dive into this round of 9. Mighty Mouse on this round of 9. Grabbing that bar with the more weight on it. About to cycle out these reps here. So getting that below the knee, plop, and punch overhead. Twin 1 as well. Fighting through this round of 9. Stepping out of it. Boom. Those who've been doing this program for a while know that there is much more than meets the eye. We may look at a workout, see 2 moves and think, is that it? But these 2 moves pack a punch, both being compound movements. If you think about both the burpee and the box jump portion of the first move, and we have the hang, clean, and jerk portion of the second move, we've really got a 4-move workout today, if you think about it that way. but both moves very powerful and stimulus. Here goes twin one, standing that out. And then boom, about to cycle 9 reps here. Mighty Mouse starting on this round of 6. These last 2 rounds in a descending ladder workout are what I call the lightning rounds. These are where these reps start to fly, motivation goes high. We're like, you know what? It's only 6 and then it's only 3. I can fight through this. Mighty Mouse finishing off the 6 burpees, about to grab that bar for the 6 clean and jerks. Twin one, cycling this out as well, holding on to that bar. So we are breathing, pushing through this. Twin one now entering the lightning rounds as well. Only 6 of these. Let's just drop. Let's just go. Mighty Mouse finishing off the round of 6, and now onto this round of 3. This is it. All the way back, all the way forward, clapping overhead. Twin one, not too far behind. Staying focused. Mighty Mouse about to pick up this bar for the last time. Boom, that is 1. That is 2. That is 3. Good job, Mighty Mouse. We got twin one. Standing that out, about to close out this round of 6. Boom, punching through it. And we cheer on our Fit Crew family. That is what we do. Needs all the motivation to hold on to that bar. Almost done. And now on this last round,
You got this. Keep going. You're almost done. Keep going.
Only 3 of these burpee box jumps. Last one.
You're almost there.
And then right in the nick of time, let's get those 3.
You got this.
Standing that out. And then boom. That is 1. That is 2. That is 3. Great job, twin one. And now we're at the best part of the workout, which is the cool down stretch. And this stretch is super important to help us fight soreness, increase flexibility, so we can come back day after day, staying consistent and committed. So the first stretch we're going to do today is the seated forward fold. That's going to be, as the name implies, seated. And we are reaching forward like this toward those toes if we can reach them. Hey, if this is all we got, that's pretty cool. If we could reach those toes, super awesome. And if we're doing this from the seated position, we're just going to reach down to the ground as close to the toes as we can. And while we're doing this, let's reflect on the workout. Let's do some high-low buffalo. So, high. What is one thing you feel you did well in the workout today? Low. What is something you want to do better the next time it shows up? And buffalo. What is something that surprised you about the workout today? While we're thinking about that, let's switch into the strap. So we got those legs out to the side, and we are reaching forward as much as we can. And while we're doing this, let's hear from twin one. And if we're doing this from the seated position, we're going to get those arms out to the side and pull back as far as we can. But what is your high-low buffalo twin one?
So my high were the burpee box jump overs. The low was the hang clean and jerk. I still need to strengthen a little bit better with those upper body movements. They weaken me. And then the buffalo was I was able to push through it, keep a good pace. I wanted to take longer breaks, but I would have to like talk to myself and say, no, keep moving, keep moving. Something I'm working on, but I was able to do a little bit better, I felt.
You know what? So much of this is that mental game. And that's especially in a descending ladder. That's the self-talk we have. It's like, hey, I just did this. I can do the next one. I just did this. I can do the next one. And the proof was in the pudding. You finished at a really good time. And so good job, twin one. Let's go ahead and switch to butterfly. So feet in, knees out. And let's flap these wings. And while we're over here, let's hear from Mighty Mouse. If we're doing this from a seated position, we're actually getting those hands on the shoulder blade and pulling back like this. But what is your high-low buffalo, Mighty Mouse?
My high was the burpees. I didn't have a low, but my buffalo was also the burpees. When I changed, when you told me to, when I positioned my foot, had it a little bit farther out, I could tell the difference. You could tell the difference when you do that. So that was my buffalo. It really made me push myself because towards the end I was getting a little tired, but I made it through.
And that's how we know that we landed on the right one. You know, as we've seen you progress, we have to continually push the envelope and make you do what you are capable of doing. And it's just so awesome to see that progress. So keep at it, Mighty Mouse. Well, that's our WOD, that's our stretch, that's our high-low buffalo. You know what's left. This sweaty selfie. Because does this count if we don't take that selfie? Let's flex on the camera and let's take this selfie. Sweaty selfie in 3, 2, 1. And crazy face. Let's put the fists in the middle for the cheer. On 3, 2 claps. Fit crew. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Big crew.
Fit crew. Thank you so much. If you enjoy this program, then please give this channel a subscribe, a like, and a share. Thank you very much, and see you next time.